It's only 3 points at stake, but for these two teams, as vital as the crown jewels. Blackburn desperate to dislodge Manchester United at the top of the Premier Division. Southampton in 20th place, dreaming about avoiding relegation. Tissier, forward by Charlton. Dowie's little header down. This is Maddison. May, the covering player, who doesn't stand on ceremony. And Blackburn have not had a good record here at the Dell. They haven't won in their last 9 league visits. Maddison. Now Magilton. That's aimed for Dowie. Got a little touch on it. It's May's header. And finally it was hooked away by Wilcox. Back to help out in defence. And here's a touch now for Tim Flowers. Didn't want to keep hold of it for too long. Benali. Simon Charlton, who'll push on down that left side as often as possible, as will Jeff Kenner down the right side. Here's Tissier, bit of space in which to operate. He's gone for a curler! Oh my goodness me! That was so close. Again, Tissier nonchalant about everything he does, but there were only inches in that, and it had certainly beaten Tim Flowers. This is Widdrington, who is operating as a 3-man central defence, and that's an excellent ball to Tissier. Looking to tee it up for somebody. Here's Maddison. It's a good effort again by Southampton. That's 2 great efforts that Southampton have had. Maddison just steadies himself. And again, there were only inches in it. Southampton have played 12 matches since Alan Ball came as manager. 4 wins, 3 draws, and 5 defeats. Drilled in. Tissier's header, well directed. Wasn't a difficult save for Flowers in the end, but it was a header which was steered deliberately, again up into that top angle. Tissier on the chase. Oh, he's got under the feet of David May. My goodness me. Tissier again shows how threatening he can be around the penalty area. There were 2 Blackburn players to deal with it. It got right away from them and through the legs of David May, and for a moment Tissier was almost free. It's still in play. Magilton for Dowie. Took it nicely on his chest, leaves it for Tissier. Still Tissier. Still chipped up to the back post. Dowie arrives. Southampton have scored, and Dowie has put his team ahead. His 6th goal of the season. It's not too many for a centre forward, but he's proved effective as a goal provider as well. This time it's as a goal scorer. Tissier's cross, and Dowie out jumping 2 defenders. And I wonder how influential has been the fact that Colin Hendry isn't available for Blackburn in this match because of a suspension. Well, it was always worth a try. Besson certainly had to get his hands on it. That'll be a corner. Blackburn's 2 recent defeats in the league have both been away from home at Arsenal and Wimbledon. Moran! Well, that would have made amends for the header which Dowie won against him a few minutes ago. And you could see from that how strong Dowie had to be to win it against 2 defenders. Kenny Dalglish looking quite thoughtful. Never a man to show too much expression. David May out to Lasso. Blackburn have got more forward on this attack. Shearer right in front of goal. Besson put it down. Newell, it's behind It's a goal kick, and Southampton have survived, and you'd have put your shirt on Alan Shearer scoring from that. Just outside the 6-yard box, and maybe the ball never quite came down properly for him. Look at the space that he's in. By the time it came down, Moncau was across, Besant clawing it away with one hand and then making the double save. But that's the first time that Blackburn have really got through that three-man central defence for Southampton. David May will take the throw. Moncau won the header. Here's Batty. Besant stayed where he was, and again it was there for Shearer, and then it wasn't. It hit him in the chest, and maybe he was taken by surprise that it came through to him. But it's two opportunities from which we've been accustomed to seeing Alan Shearer score goals from. Dowie's flick on, the Tissier gets to it. Kenner outside him, still the Tissier. For Kenner, here's Allen. Oh, Southampton have scored again! Paul Allen, Le Tissier involved, and it's a remarkable start. 2-0 to Southampton. And Blackburn have never looked a team full of confidence, and they're now a team trailing 2-0. Le Tissier, that fine, tight control, pushed on for Paul Allen to score his first goal for Southampton after 37 minutes of the first half. And in his 32nd match, Paul Allen gets his first goal. And what a crucial one it is. Southampton ahead by 2-0. And maybe the responsibility of knowing that they could go top of the Premier Division if they won this afternoon has begun to get to Blackburn. And there goes the whistle to end the first half, and the Southampton support finally explodes into a little bit of life. It's been muted in the first half, but it's Kenny Dalglish who would appear to have all the problems. Iain Dowie and Paul Allen giving us a scoreline at half-time of Southampton 2, Blackburn 0. Blackburn were out first for the start of the second half. Good couple of minutes before Southampton. Maybe their dressing room wasn't a happy place to be. But the next 45 minutes will certainly tell us more about the strength of their challenge for the title. 2-0 down at Southampton, beginning to ask questions. Here's Jason Wilcox. Gives it straight to Kenner. Southampton know that the game can change in an instant, and they won't want to concede a goal. That maybe was one of the problems that has put them in their current predicament. Goals conceded in recent matches. Certainly Alan Ball has tried to tighten up things at the back after seeing 14 go into his net in the last 6 games. Oh, a mix-up there between two of the central players. Moran out to Lasso, that came off Madison, and they'll go behind for an early Blackburn corner, and now playing into the end behind which their travelling support is positioned. Hit long, May to retrieve it. Batty wants it in the middle, over the top for Ripley. Simon Charlton. It's a Blackburn throw. If one word could perhaps describe Blackburn's first half... Oh, Shearer! Well, he did better with that one than the two chances in the first half. Got right behind the ball and directed the header with good power, but it was straight at Dave Besant. I was about to say the one word which would describe their first half would have been inhibited, and maybe already signs in the second half that they're going to be less so. And Wilcox who brings it out. Sherwood, space in front of him, just checks. Here's Ripley. Still Ripley, left foot. It went underneath Dave Besant. Oh, it'll have to go down as a goalkeeper's mistake. Blackburn get exactly the start to the second half that they would have wanted. Benali slipped, Ripley kept his feet, and Besant went down late. It went right underneath his body. And that's a soft goal to concede, and that may have given Blackburn the way back into this match that they wanted. Just over 3 minutes gone in the second half. Lasso. Here's Newell. Moncow sticking with him. Wilcox. Invites Lasso to cross, which he does to good effect. Shearer down to Ripley. Benali hooked it away. But it's a much more positive Blackburn. And that's a great shot by Henning Berg, which Dave Besant did well to push away. Henning Berg, the Norwegian international, hasn't yet scored this season. Ripley goes outside Charlton, gets in a good cross as well. Shearer's there. Again, the header was directed right at Besant. Anywhere else, and it was problems for Southampton. That's the long-range shot by Henning Berg. And Besant may well have seen it late. Here's Jason Wilcox. Newell. Good turn by Newell into the penalty area. Back to Shearer. Besant makes a great stop. And finally Maddison hooks it away. Well, Dave Besant has probably made amends now for the one that did get past him. But this is an excellent save from Shearer. Shearer. Still in possession, Ripley. And Tissier can bring it away. Oh, Dowie ran from his own half, so... Oh! Well, he ran across Kevin Moran. It's a free kick. Dowie was inside his own half when he started that run, so there was no danger of him being offside. Joe Worrell not overly concerned about the collision between the two. Certainly Moran clipped his heels, but Joe Worrell perhaps deciding that it wasn't deliberate. Moran's header out. Here's Jeff Kenner. Got in a good ball, May cut it out, it's a corner. Well, Southampton may just have weathered Blackburn's storming start to the second half. And now forcing this corner, which Tissier will take. Well, Moncow is the player that he'll presumably look for. Over the top of him, Dowie's header. A claiming handball and it's given. Joe Worrell has pointed at the penalty spot, and Blackburn are incensed. Almost as a man, they've surrounded Joe Worrell. But I've never seen a referee change his mind. The Tissier's corner was aimed at Dowie, and Joe Worrell spotted a handball. Tim Sherwood, it's definitely a penalty. And Matt Le Tissier, who scored 4 times from the penalty spot this season, with a chance to make it 5. Alan Shearer having a word with him, and maybe we can only speculate on what was said. Le Tissier. 3-1 Southampton. Tissier kept his cool. Alan Shearer spoke to him. Did he try to put him off? He certainly didn't succeed. There's Sherwood. Good strike. But doubts surely beginning to creep into this Blackburn team. Trailing by 3 goals to 1. And time running out if they're to get any points from this visit to the Dell. Warhurst. post, comes away with it. 3 in the middle. Shearer. Oh, he got the strike in Shearer, but again he couldn't hit the target. And it's an afternoon on which Alan Shearer may begin to despair of ever scoring a goal. His strength beat Benali, but he hooked it right across the face of goal. At the back of Joe Worrell. There's Sherwood. Batty. Well, it was Dowie who nicked it away from him, and Southampton outnumber them here. Magilton. Out to Paul Allen. Wants to be hit to the back post. He should have tried to lift it to the back post because both Dowie and Tissier had taken up positions. Instead, he tried to chip Tim Flowers, and it was never really on. See how disappointed Dowie was. Here's Le Tissier. Oh, good touch by Le Tissier. And then puts Dodd into space. Dowie gets it out to Paul Allen. Here's Dowie, no offside. Le Tissier's got his arms up. He wanted glory himself, and Flowers blocked it and then was grateful to accept the rebound. Still Blackburn's ball. Wilcox scored 1 or 2 spectacular goals of late, but that wouldn't have counted anyway because the linesman's flag had gone up for offside. Here's Le Tissier. Oh, the defenders have moved away from him. Here's Jason Dodd, in on Flowers. Tim Flowers prevents his side from going 4-1 down. But when that ball arrived at Le Tissier, it looked for a moment as though the defenders were backing away from him. And the Southampton supporters applauding their team. Here's Lasso. Always giving it to Jason Dodd. Strong challenge by David May, rescuing the situation. Sherwood. Benali missed it. Here's Shearer, surely now. He's put it wide, and it isn't his afternoon. And Alan Ball was so right this morning in his prediction that it wouldn't be Shearer's day. He said that Shearer would want to do well, but often players coming back to the clubs that they've vacated, where they have previously been players, don't enjoy the afternoon that they've dreamed about. And it's certainly been one for Shearer to forget. The chances are beginning to mount up. Here's Dowie. Here's Jason Dodd. And offside. Joe Worrell has acknowledged the signals of both of his linesmen. Again checks his watch. And the whistle's in the mouth. After 3 successive home defeats, Southampton have recorded a remarkable victory. Kenny Dalglish doesn't look too happy. His team have had to live all week with the possibility that they could go top of the Premier Division after that 1-0 defeat of Villa on Monday. But in the end, it was Matthew Le Tissier who took the honours ahead of Alan Shearer on his return to his old club. On our count, Shearer with 9 chances to score this afternoon. Not all of them were good chances, some of them were only half, but you've seen him score from worse than that on other occasions. Le Tissier with the penalty, which made it 3-1, but also a big contribution to the goals which Dowie scored, and also Paul Allen. Southampton take the 3 points and continue to believe that they can avoid relegation. Final score here, Southampton 3, Blackburn 1.